Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Rules.
Rules.
Mistress of Sorrow is being an echo. Now, a sad part of growing up is realizing the harsh truths of a lot of things we believed were precious and magical. When we found out Santa Claus wasn't real, the Easter Bunny was a lie, or when the Tooth Fairy was just Mom skimping us with $1. A tiny piece of our youth fluttered away and left us a bit more resentful. Worse than anything our parents ever could have possibly told us is the reality we all learned about Disney once we entered high school. Around then, it turns out those Disney movies were just the result of a bunch of perverts tripping on acid. But wait, that makes it cool, and Disney yet again held a special place in our hearts. But these Disney truths are a bit harder to handle. There's something very disturbing and almost sad about learning the real facts of The Little Mermaid and Cinderella, turning out like everything else in this world. They are just a sad and scary tale of misery and fucked up bullshit. Try not to let these truths harden you for good, my dears. The Disney character Goofy had a wife, but she died in a car accident. The real story of The Little Mermaid involves her getting her tail split into two, excruciating pain for every step she took as a human, not even getting to marry the prince, but instead dissolving into sea foam in her spirit, having to earn her soul back one good teen at a time. Chris Farley was supposed to be the original voice for Shrek and had 90% of the lines recorded but overdosed before they were finished. All of the Disney princesses are teenagers, which makes all of the Prince Charmings pedophiles. Snow White, 14. Cinderella, 17. Aurora, 16. Ariel, 16. Belle, 17. Mulan, 16. Jasmine, almost 18. Pocahontas, 17. Rapunzel, 16. Ariel is the only Disney princess to have a child, but she's the only Disney princess without a vagina. In the original Peter Pan book, he killed the Lost Boys when they got too old. Courage the Cowardly Dog is actually a normal dog, and he sees the world through a dog's eyes. All of the villains in the show are just normal people, but to a little dog, they seem scary. They don't actually live in the middle of nowhere, but since his owners are too old to take him outside for walks, he only knows what's around the immediate property. And everything beyond that is nothing, because he's never seen it. Sleeping Beauty was raped by the prince in the original fairy tale. Piglet is a boy. I didn't know that.
I did.
The original Scooby-Doo series is set after a horrible economic depression. Everything is abandoned and falling apart, and all of the villains are people who would normally be respected. Professors, museum curators, celebrities, who have fallen into hard times just like everyone else in the damn world. The Rugrats were really a figment of Angelica's imagination. Chucky died along with his mother, that's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was a stillborn, which is why Stu was constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had a chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion. Angelica couldn't figure whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus created the twins. Disney made a war propaganda film. It also won an Oscar. And Donald Duck played a Nazi. The existence of SpongeBob and his strange friends is the result of a radiation from nuclear arms testing that was performed on the Bikini Atoll in the late 40s and early 50s. Since they live under the atoll, the town is known as Bikini Bottom. There, my friends, I've royally fucked up Disney for you. And some Nickelodeon. Now then, please think of that the next time you let your 3-year-old watch a Disney movie. Good day from us here at What the Fuck Rules, lists, and otherwise things that just make you say, what the fuck.